Hi guys, welcome back to the Rich in Truth podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, then welcome. And if you are already a subscriber, big up yourself. Today is a very special episode because I've got my amazing castmate and friends from Deal or No Deals. Yes, Hayden! Woo! So we have got from left to right the beautiful Ellie, the wonderful Hayden, and my baby Elia.
Hi everyone.
So let's first of all start off with an icebreaker. Obviously we've all been on Deal or No Deal, which is amazing. So just say why you wanted to be on Deal or No Deal.
Jesus, I don't actually know, to be fair. I think it's so bad, isn't it? I think it was just like to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, to be fair. I think, you know, like you get to a certain age and you're sort of like, you're not meeting new friends, you're not meeting new people, like you don't go drinking anymore. So for me, it was kind of that, and then the money's a win. Do you know what I mean? So
100%.
Absolutely, you know, that extra kind always comes in handy. But I think for me, I was at a point in my life where I needed to try something new. I'd always wanted to do the show. I watched it from a little kid. And I think just taking that opportunity and doing something fun, and it did really help me rediscover myself. Like, I used to be a holiday rep, so meeting loads of different people was part of my job. So bringing that back, oh yeah, it just brought back memories. I loved it.
Love that. I'm going to bring this a bit closer to you just to make sure that they can hear you. Okay, yeah. Then go on, Elia.
So for me, and some people know this, but not everyone on the show, but I had a big health scare right before the actual show happened, before the interview, before whatever. And it just made me realise life's too short and I just want to have fun. Obviously the money's a plus, but you know, making experiences is better than, you know, just constant work, study. So yeah.
Amazing. And for me, the reason why I wanted to be on the show is because, one, the way that it came about, it was very divine. Like, it wasn't my will, but I'm going to get into that when I'm going to have my own episode about my game. So I'll get into that further. But a reason why I love the show and wanted to be on it is I used to watch this as a little girl with my mum, like when I was in school, and we loved Deal or No Deal. So of course, meeting people is amazing. The money's a plus. I mean, why wouldn't I? So we got some questions that came in. So we're going to answer those first, and then we'll speak about our time on it and things like that. So one of the questions was, how long did it take from applying to hearing back from production?
I think it differs with a lot of people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think
He's next to Harry, babe, honestly. Bombshell. Love Island next? No, you're joking. She's married, guys. She's married.
Because I got to be on at the best time rather than at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the people that were on the show at the beginning were a different kind of people
There was
category.
a lot of series one. That's why.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to fit in as much as I did.
but that's the thing, they'd already built all of their bonds and stuff like that, and they'd known each other for such a long time. Trying to fit into that would have been
exactly.
I joined when there were quite a lot of series one people there, and you could see that they kind of had their bonds together. Lovely people, they did make an effort with you, but you could tell they'd been there so long, they were ready to play and go. And obviously a fresh face, me just coming in like wanting to talk and get to know everyone, and I'm like, oh sick, my name's Ish, go on, I'm playing whenever, so you know, but no, they were lovely.
No, I hear it as well. I'm really grateful that I came in when I did as well. I started filming in July, but pretty much I don't think that there was really any series one people left when I started. I think the only series one person left was Brian M, the one that was there for like 50 shows in the colourful shirts.
Brian.
Yeah. When I came in the green room, he was like, "Oh, I've just played my game," and my first game that I went on was Brian H. So I literally came on at that. I replaced Hawaiian Brian. So literally, I think it was just there wasn't any series one left.
Wow.
So it's literally
so you're
insane.
like the new wave, ready for the new wave of people. Go
Okay, so let's get into the next question. It says, how does it work? Oh, do you know what? I've heard this so much times. How does it work with who's chosen? Their friends or family member always happens to be there on the day they're playing. You're amazing, by the way. Love watching you. Are you a Christian?
Oh.
Thank you, babes. First of all, I'm going to start off with, yes, I'm a Christian. Jesus Christ is my Lord and my Savior.
Yes.
Done
Yes,
well.
baby.
Amen.
I got saved in April 2024. And yeah, thanks for supporting. Really appreciate you. And then, okay, guys, let's talk about the family friends. I see people on Twitter saying, oh, it's so fake. They know they're playing. Their family and friends are there. They actually don't get it. Just because your family and friend is there, it doesn't guarantee that you are going to play that day.
Well, look at, there's a load of people that we know that were on the same time with us and their family and friends were there and then they didn't get picked.
Yeah.
It says, who chooses your dress?
Oh, a dress.
Yeah,
I
I
wish
think-
someone chose me a dress. I think I'd pull it off quite well.
I think they mean like our wardrobe.
Oh.
Susie.
Susie.
Well, it's our
Susie.
own clothes, isn't it? We bring our own clothes.
Yeah.
And then we have a wardrobe department
Yeah.
who obviously chooses our outfits for each game.
Yeah, basically they take all our clothes and then they mix match. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. By the end, I just started wearing what I wanted.
Yeah.
Same.
No,
It didn't
because
matter.
I just couldn't be asked. Like I just started wearing what I wanted. Whatever they put out for me, I just picked my own thing.
Yeah.
But you know what it was for me? It was so cold. And they kept picking out all my vest tops. And I was like, are you actually having
It was
me on?
freezing. It was
freezing.
freezing.
I had a fan. Did you not ever see me with my neck fan?
No,
What?
I
oh,
had a
Which
fan.
one were
I
you?
was sweating, but bear in mind I'm next to that board. That generates heat.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
not
fair
gonna
play.
lie.
Oh, is it? I
was
wish I was
sweating
there then.
all the time. Honestly, I had a fan.
Freezing.
But going back to the wardrobe, I was done with them dungarees, NayNay. You saw how many times I were in them dungarees. I was done with them. They're
Babe,
now burned. They're
What
gone.
about me and my blue flower dress?
Yeah, no.
Was it blue or green?
I like
Yeah,
that.
blue and green.
Yeah, that was like
But
your
babe,
iconic dress.
Babe, I wore that I've never worn that so much times in my life. I literally can't wear it for like 10 years now. Like, what the hell?
Do you know what though? I do want to appoint myself fashionista of the show because
I can't lie. We gotta
Babe.
give it to him, yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I
Because
mean.
Yes.
your
You know what I
outfits
mean?
were
They were.
But did you see that meme about you that you
Stop
came
it.
up as Thriller?
Yeah. Did you see it? Do you know what though? I do need to admit something. I did return most of the stuff that I bought for the
Did you
show because I
really?
thought, do you know what? I'm
No.
never gonna wear this again.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But do you know what? Loads of people were doing that, but I was so upset because I wanted to do that, but they took all my tags off, so I couldn't even do
Really?
that.
Yeah.
They hid mine. You know, they was like, you don't need to take it, just hide it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they took off all my tags, so I was
man.
just like, oh, all right then, keeping it, I guess. But
So I went Primark.
I should have done that. I should have. I went blooming Nets because that's the only one that was around in Maidstone.
yeah.
Didn't
And
you
it was
spend
bloody
loads as well?
expensive.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
expensive.
But did you guys find it hard because there were so many restrictions, weren't there? You couldn't wear this pattern.
Couldn't wear
that
stripes
colour.
and
Yeah.
all of that because of the
Yeah.
strobing, and
Cool.
obviously they were like, "Oh, me, I've got big bust, so
Yeah.
I can't have low top." Like, yeah, it was a lot.
I
Mine
got
was-
shouted at for wearing cream on my first day. So you wasn't here on my first day. I had to come down from Manchester. I did a 12-hour shift at the hospital, right? Drove all the way down. Well, no, I got the train. Came all the way down. I was wearing a cream top. Got there. Susan was like, "What's this? Where's your suitcase?" And I said, "Oh, I've not brought my suitcase. I've just come straight from the hospital." She went, "This is not acceptable." So what she did was she gave me the most ugliest green sweater that was an extra small, size X small, by the way, considering I'm a medium. And I wore that for who played after Daniel?
After Daniel.
Alex.
I wore that for
Oh.
Alex's game, and you can just see it. It's like super tight. You can see my nipples coming through. It was just
Stop
horrendous.
it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But I got in
have to
trouble for
rewatch
that,
Nipple
you know.
tape on.
No,
No
she
nipple
didn't.
tape?
No.
Oh,
But
wow.
she told me I'm not allowed to bring cream anymore. So then after for the second block, you know, just colours. That's why I'm
So
wearing.
did you only do one episode then for that thing?
Yeah. So I only came down
Shut
for
up.
end of July, and then we had the massive gap, and then I came back for the
Yeah.
2-3 weeks.
That was a massive gap because we
Yeah.
finished filming at the end of July and then we came back in September.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
mate.
had a big break. So
Yeah.
if you were just like wondering, the first episode I look a bit slim, then I got fat.
Oh, give
Because
up.
we had a big
Give up.
break.
But my
And-
first day I was so overwhelmed.
Oh, your first day is so overwhelming.
So
isn't it?
overwhelmed.
Yeah, everyone running up to you. Hi,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
What's your name?
And I was like-
yeah, I was kind of like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't
But
like
I
it.
was quite blessed because a lot of people that was in my audition was there.
Oh,
Right.
So like Eva, Harry, Chris was in my audition, Matt was in my
Jesus.
audition.
Oh,
Yeah, like
wow.
I had like literally pretty much my whole audition people got through.
Oh, amazing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's so good.
See, that's the thing though. Like Georgia was in my audition. Karen. So I'd missed them.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh.
had.
Oh.
You would have loved Karen.
And Ash,
Yeah, you
actually, Ash was in my thing.
I
Uncle
love Uncle
Ash.
Ash.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no
Uncle Ash
way.
was in
Good
it.
old Uncle Ash.
But that was it. Although there was one bloke that I really wish they would have put on the show, and I'm actually
Who?
gutted. There was like this big, tall black guy,
Hmm.
and he was like, a massive football fan, but he was like really posh. You know, you just think, who the fuck is this
Ooh.
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
And he's like, he had really good like life values and all this, and I was like, mate, he's definitely getting snapped up on the show.
Yeah. And you didn't.
There was a couple of people in my audition that I was really surprised about. There was this
Yeah.
woman who was an Adele impersonator.
Oh
She
wow.
was so lit, and I didn't see her on the show, and I was like, whoa, that's weird. And there was another guy that was similar to Brian. Like, he used to wear like colourful shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
His name was Dean, I believe. He was so funny, but I didn't see him on the show either.
I wonder if that's because of the Hawaiian Brian thing. Maybe they didn't want them to think that they got. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
like
like a
a
little
copycat.
correlation, yeah.
Like a
Like you
dude.
do.
But I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people that are similar, like Chantel that went on after me. Yeah, this is how I low-key knew when I was gonna play, because she came on the game that I got picked. When I found out she was coming on, I was like, I'm definitely gonna play. She's obviously, we're both black, we're both from Hackney, we both sing, we're both like vibesy and really like flamboyant. So I'm like, they're not gonna have both of us, we're pretty much copy and paste, they're not gonna have both of us at the same time. So she's obviously gonna replace me. So so I feel like they have different types of people that they.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Chantel
do,
was a
because
vibe. She was really
they
nice.
replaced Hayden with someone who was also like openly gay, who was sassy, you know.
You're sat right there.
What was his
Who did
name?
they replace you with?
I don't know.
What was his name? I forgot his name. And he was actually Mike. Was he called Mike? He was actually a really nice fella as well.
What? That stood in his place?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Biscuit Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Biscuit
remember
man.
something about digestive biscuits.
Yeah,
or
and he works in a
something.
biscuit factory and a
Yeah,
cake factory.
yeah.
Yeah, him, yeah.
He's like, sorry, darling, but he's like 50.
Yeah, no, but on
thanks, Elia.
paper, no, but on paper, they're thinking, right, so they've got matching the same kind of criteria, you know, they've got the same similar story.
Who was stood in my spot?
Sammy, which made no sense. And I replaced Alex T.
No, yeah, but they don't put you. They're not going to put you in the same spot. But when once
yeah.
something
Yeah.
leaves, they'll put you back on.
Yeah.
But right, let's get into it. So, who was your fave contestant and who was your least fave? Boom, boom, boom. Starting with Ellie.
Okay, so I can tell you who's my least fave, that's for sure.
Oh, let's count
I
on
think
three
that's
because
everyone,
everyone
yeah.
knows. 3, 2, 1, Kirk.
Kirk.
I knew she was gonna say that. Literally,
Boo.
come on.
Look, at the end of the day, right, there's some people you do get on with and some people you just don't like, full stop. It was the whole bravado. He always felt like he was right.
Yeah.
And I just not a fan.
No, and he didn't join in any of the
No,
activities.
and that's the difference. Like when you first come in, you're so overstimulated, you're so nervous, and he just did not mix with anyone.
No.
And we're all away from our families. Like
Yeah.
it's a vulnerable position to be in, right?
Yeah.
And to stand in the corner and not even say hi.
But you missed it, Ellie. So you know, in summer, in July time, he actually came backstage with his missus, and he
Yeah,
sat
I've
in
heard.
the in the black room.
I
sort of
was
thing.
there, but I missed it. Like I missed the whole thing.
But
I
I
heard
think
about
it was so wrong, because why did he get the privilege but no one else did? Considering some of us are from the north.
Apparently,
you know?
he got in trouble for it though, for bringing her there. 'Cause
But he
wasn't
kept bringing
supposed
her,
to.
even when he
Yeah.
came back, he kept
Every
bringing her
day,
to the whole.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
He was
every
there for a
day.
few days, wasn't he?
Yeah, not a fan at all. And I made it very clear. And
Yeah.
apparently my mum said that she could even tell when we were playing
Yeah.
that I
really?
was not a fan. Yeah.
Is it?
Was he stood
Yeah.
next to you?
Drama.
Yes.
Wish I were there for this.
Do you know what? I heard about all the drama. One thing though is personally, me, I never had any run-ins with him.
No, yeah.
Personally, but I've only heard I heard that he was slagging someone off, he was doing this, he was doing that. Every day I was hearing something about Kirk. Obviously, luckily, I didn't have any run-ins with him. Like the Hackney side of me didn't need to come out.
He wasn't ready for that. He
The
was
South
not
London side come out of me, that's for sure.
But yeah, that's mental. And what about your favourite person?
It's so hard to pick a favourite because you
I know.
have different relationships with everyone, right? So I think I'd have to go with Sarah because she was
The
the person
singer?
that I came in with. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
We're complete opposites. Like she's big, loud, lesbian, you know, she's just from the northeast and she's a sand dancer, sorry darling. But we're just complete polar opposites, but we get on like an absolute house on fire. And I genuinely feel like she's someone I was meant to meet. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that I don't like everyone, but there's certain people that you just click with.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think we were both in the same position at the same time. We're sort of going, oh, should we say hi? Should we not? And then you just sort of mould and gel together. And
Yeah.
I thought that was quite sweet.
100%.
But I love you guys as well.
I love you too, girl. Don't be silly. What about you, baby?
So, right. I generally did get along with pretty much everyone, but a little bit of inside gossip here, and the reason why I don't, not that I don't like this person, but let's say least favourite.
Yeah.
We was in the green room. It was my first day, and you want to be welcomed by everyone, don't you? And this person, I was talking to another contestant, and they just parted me like the Red Sea.
What?
And I was like, okay, Moses, like, what? And I thought, okay. So I casually just shuffled up thinking they were going to sit here and talk to me and the person that I was with. But instead, he turned his back to me like this and just started engaging in that person, saying, I need to get to know you a lot more. And I'm like, oh, so am I not here? Like, excuse me. And yeah, so this person was Richard.
Oh,
Yes.
shoot.
Yes.
Oh.
So I then made it my mission. I thought, right, I can bring the gypsy side out of me if you want to play that game. But I thought, no, I'm here to do a show and have a good time.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll kill him with kindness, and that's what I did.
Bless you.
Yeah, not that I don't like him, but my least favourite.
Yeah.
And my favourite, oh my God, this is so
I know,
hard.
it's so hard, right? You
If
don't want
I-
to offend anyone.
No, I don't. There's loads. I could literally pick about 20 people, but if I had to say one, I'm gonna go with my deal or no deal husband, Sammy.
Oh,
Like,
wow,
I-
really?
We
George.
were both found from
Oh,
Georgia.
George is well done. George is gonna be fuming.
No.
Alana.
You
You've said it now.
Alex,
Babe, stop.
right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Only Sammy because I
Yeah.
think we played at a very similar time, and
Yeah.
we both found out that we were kind of going to be playing at a similar time at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And we both had the same emotion together because we knew one of us weren't going to be for the other person's game. Unfortunately, he wasn't there for mine, but I got to be there for his. And yeah, we got along so well. And yeah.
No, I hear that. I know that feeling because that's the same thing with me and Chris. I wanted him at my game, but he
Yeah.
wanted me at his game. So I'm just so happy you got to be a part of my game.
That's me and Sarah, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so for me, least favorite. This is difficult for me because even again, Richard is someone that I heard a lot of people say a lot of bad things about. But again, me personally, I've never had a bad interaction with him. Like he's always been cool with me.
We want the tea. We don't want
I would probably say the banker because when he was talking, I was literally not even listening to what he was saying. I was just rebuking him. No, seriously. Honestly, that's why I said I can't wait to watch my game back to see. Because all I remember him saying one thing to me was that, oh, you've got 1p in your box. And I was just like, I rebuke you. That's all I was saying inside. But literally anything else, I just drowned out.
Who was the person that you least
Spoke
had a
to.
connection with?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would say it would either be out of like, well, if it's the least person I've ever had a connection with, that would be Kirk. Because I don't think I've said more. I don't think I've had more than like one conversation with him outside of my game.
No.
To be honest,
I'm not
I think I've just said
surprised
hi
because
and that's it and whatever. But yeah. And then my favorite. This is hard because again, I love everyone, but I would have to probably say Chizzy. Yeah. Just because we connected on like a spiritual level, we've prayed together. We're gonna go on holiday together. We're planning to go Dubai and stuff. And obviously, don't get me wrong, I'll go on holiday with any of you guys or whatever. But you know, it's just that like she will be, she will definitely be. You know, you'll all be my friends for life. But you know what I mean. We just What about you?
So I'm gonna start with least, which is Kurt.
Come on, that's 3-1.
This guy, man, like I don't know what was running through his head. I don't know what he was trying to do, but every time the camera was on him, he was like, and then every time the camera turns off, he's just like. And my favourites, right? So obviously, I had my little girl group. I had Wendy, Sue, I had Sammy, Alana.
One favourite, babe.
Yeah.
Right, so if I had to choose, right, just want to say I love you, Shazara, you know I do. But if I had to choose a favourite, it would definitely be Paula.
Oh, yeah.
Paula was my number one. Reason being, we did our group interview together. She sat next to me in Manchester, considering she's from Birmingham as well, right? Then on the day we came down, after the summer break, we came down together.
No way.
Yeah,
Did you really?
Yeah.
I love her to bits.
And just like Paula was just the one person I'd go to for advice.
Yeah.
She just gave me everything. Like she's honestly such a sweet, genuine human being, and I'm so blessed to have met her.
I think she had one for mine as well. She was one of them people that she just kind of kept herself to herself, didn't she?
Yeah.
But if you saw that side of her, and she was an absolute nutcase.
Yeah, she was.
Like me and her, she stood next to me on the wings, and we're just sitting there chatting. She went, "I've lost my box." And I went, "It's under there." She went, "Oh, how it is, isn't it? I went, you just opened it. What is wrong with you?
that.
And then she's going, oh yeah, and then Ellie said, and I was like, I'm Ellie. What are you on about? She was honestly, she was off her nut. I love her to bits. She's so funny.
I love that. Yeah, and honestly, let's get into it actually, because I see a lot of people in the comments like, oh, why, especially me, I get cussed for this a lot. Like, oh, how can you say you love someone? Like, I said I love Safina. They're like, she's been there 7 games.
Yeah.
But they don't understand. Like, we need to explain to them why it is that we do get so close. Like, as we said, we wake up, some of us wake up 5 a.m. We have breakfast in the hotel together. We get picked up on the fun bus together. We all travel and go to the studio. Once we get to the studio, we all do hair together, makeup together, wardrobe together. We sit in the green room together. We go into the studio, we're together. We're picking out our boxes together. We play the games together. We have the breaks together.
Yeah.
We leave the studio, go back on the fun bus together. We have dinner together. We socialize after in the treehouse together. The only thing we don't do is sleep together.
Yeah.
Literally.
Baby.
Tell me the tea.
Oh gosh. So yeah, guys, we spend a lot of time together, and in that time, what do you think we're doing? We're talking, we're getting to know each other. We are literally spilling out our life stories. Like, Safina wasn't there a long time, but we chopped it up so much at the time. We was both going through like a breakup with our partners, and we connected over that. And like, people like don't understand. Like, we know a lot more about the person. We know why they need that money. Not everyone is comfortable opening up on national TV about their deepest, darkest traumas, but people that you're around 24/7. Like, even Alex was here the other day. He was like, you're not even around your husband, like your wives, that often, like 24/7 a day. Like, you have breaks from them, but we were literally squished together. That's why I was like, I understand why Love Island people will be falling in love in like 2 business days, because you're together. There's no escape.
No. And you're in a
Things
bubble.
heightened, didn't you?
Yeah.
So even though you've been there together a day, it feels a week.
Yeah.
So you've known someone a day, but in our like deal or no deal world, we've known them for a week. you know?
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's the weirdest thing, is that it kind of pushes people together that you wouldn't meet in normal life.
No.
So you want to hear their story. You want to hear about everything they've been through, or, you know, when you're feeling homesick, you just want to spill your guts about why you miss your partner or your kids or whatever. And they're there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I hone in on, like, you will meet people that you would never meet in everyday life, because like, even like Sue, she's from like Cumbria. Like, I don't even know where that is. I've never been there before. I doubt I would ever go there. But I love Sue, crazy wacky Sue. Like, she is literally my spirit animal. I love her so much. And I would have never met her outside of this show, which is literally insane.
But look at me and Chisara.
You guys live next to each other. That's crazy.
Really?
We live literally, I can walk to our house.
No
and
way.
we've never seen each other.
No, but this is what I mean. Like, people need to take into consideration, like, on paper, we wouldn't ever meet.
No.
Like, someone like me and someone like Wendy, you know, 2 different age groups. I'm from the Middle East. She's English. Do you know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't, in a real world, our paths would never cross.
No.
And, like, you got to take in consideration as well, like, there's people out there, and all they do for the like in their everyday life is just work. You don't have time to socialize, you don't have time to party, whatever. But then we've been thrown in an environment where we've all been given one thing to bond over, and I feel like that's where the connection comes from.
Of course.
And then you hear all these backstories, you hear the truth, and you're like, shit, like, I'm not the only one that's suffering.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what makes us love each other even more. So for people to say, oh, they've known each other 7 days, oh, they've known each other 5 days. Well, yeah, but we've known each other 24 hours of that day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Not
try
just
and
one
spend
day.
that much time with someone and try not to love them,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and care for them. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And genuinely want good for them.
Exactly.
Like, obviously, let's even get into it. Hayden, you get slated a lot for crying.
Yes.
Why is Ellie laughing? Ellie,
was emotional
look at
People
your
on
bad
Twitter
though.
are vile. Honestly,
They
they
are-
are
oh my
horrible
God.
people.
I said this to Alex the other day. I said, Deal or No Deal has the worst Twitter trolls
Yeah.
honestly
in history.
And you
Like, the
wouldn't think it,
Twitter
would you?
trolls are out of
No.
control.
Yeah.
Like, I sent him a video, that it was so peak, It was so peak. It was this guy. It was from Safina's game, and he was.
Oh no.
Shut tell me.
It was so peak. Like, it was from Safina's game. And I was like, oh, I love you. And and I opened the box and it was 100k. And he was laughing his ass off, crying, laughing. But it was so savage. It was savage, like it was so mean, but it was actually funny. But it was so mean.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is wrong with these people? Like, you're so happy that the 100k was in her game. It's gone. It's literally insane.
They just cut. They edit everyone's games as well. Have you noticed that there's Alex's game? Like we kept saying, how does he say it with his name?
Oh yeah,
Turn it all the time.
Yeah, he was saying he was upset that was cut out because the chart didn't get cleared.
Oh, I see.
really?
Yeah, so that's why they cropped it out.
So people were rinsing him for that. Like, you're not Chico. Like, it's like some of these people are just vile human
It's
beings.
weird because at the end of the day, it's a game show that old people watch. Like, you need to chill out. It's not that.
But
deep.
it's not
No.
old. It's not just old people. Like it's like it's young people now. Like I feel like the audience. Like we was trending the other day on Twitter. Like the audience has really like
diverse.
Yeah.
And do you know why I think that is? I think it's because they've got younger people on it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of younger people, but diverse people as well.
100%.
So I think everyone's finding someone they relate to on the show.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's why the audience is becoming more diverse, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
You want to cry? You cry.
I'm gonna cry. You know what? I think I cried for every single person, and even if it didn't show it, I did. And it's only because, just like what we've been talking about, you get emotionally invested in these people. And the reason that I did cry a lot is because I did kill a lot of games. I ruined people's expectations or hopes of winning big. And even though I'm not responsible for that because I randomly chose that number, you do automatically feel it. And I know I'm not the only one who felt that. I think we've all experienced that at some point during the games. But I'm going to cry because I'm an emotional, sensitive person, and I love that about me.
No, I hear it. I cried for 2 games. I cried for Alicia's game. That was the first game I cried. And that's because, I killed her game.
That was hard, yeah.
And that literally broke my heart. And I tried everything in my heart to not cry.
Yeah.
So I actually held it back for a 1 or 2 box openings. And then it just came out. I couldn't stop. And the audacity of them to zoom in on my face.
They do?
And show me crying. They did. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And my sister, my mum was like, girl, why would you cry? But they don't understand how emotional it is because it was like literally without that 100k, her game was literally died. So it was peak. And then I did tear up a bit on Tracy's game just because about her husband. Like it was just so emotional and it was just so sad. And again, I did try to hold it back, but you know, when someone's opening out their heart like that, like it's hard.
Yeah, of course.
But other than that, I did say, you know what, I need to not, because obviously we film 3 times a day. So if I mess up my makeup, it's peak.
Mate, honestly, I'm so lucky. I cried at Harry's game, and luckily that was the day I rang my makeup in. I was like, you genius. Because honestly, the lines down my face was disgusting. Because they put so much powder on you, didn't they? That you're literally like that thick with powder that I was like, this is ruined.
You know, they've never done my makeup.
They never powdered.
No, I did my own makeup. They always say, oh, you're flawless. We're not going to touch you.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think that's
Us
because they didn't
shiny
know
people
how to
over
do
here.
makeup.
No, but Nina was there. She's a black makeup artist.
Yeah, she was amazing.
And she helped me one day. I think it was either after Alyssa's game or after... No, it must have been Alyssa's game because I was crying so much that I really messed up my makeup and I didn't know how to fix it. So she helped me with that one. But other than that, they didn't do my face at all.
Oh, I never let them put the makeup on me. Just like when they're going around and
do the powder.
TV
Yeah, they
powder,
didn't even do that for me.
Really?
Show off.
Not
Yeah.
even in the studio?
Yeah, no, they didn't even do the powder on me.
Oh, wow. You must not sweat.
Yeah, but how could you sweat? It's so cold. I think it's more if you have oily skin, but I have dry skin. So
Oh, see, I was so anxious. Honestly, I sweat so bad when I'm anxious. Yeah.
Is
I was
it?
standing there for one game like this in my armpits because I was freezing cold. I'm sweating. I must sweat when it snows. Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
I
girl.
did sweat on one episode, and I remember she came around with a hairdryer and she was just
No,
drying up
she
me and
did
Big Man. I
not.
was like, for God's
Yeah.
sake. Did she not do
Portable
that too?
hairdryer.
Susie was
never.
with a hairdryer. No.
Did you
I
never get
love
the portable
Susie
hairdryer?
I do love Susie from Wardrobe.
Yeah,
She
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
is
brilliant.
absolute diamond.
She was
She's a
unreal.
star.
Absolute diamond. The staff
Yeah.
are actually
Yeah.
all amazing.
All of them.
Unreal.
Fantastic. They go above and beyond for you. You know, anything you need. The day I was about to play my game, another little inside tea, obviously, as we know, the names go round, you get called up, you take your box over, you then have to shoot that, you have to do it twice. So in between me getting ready for that, my throat was killing from all the ow that we did. And I says, I need a throat lozenge or something, and they ran and found one somewhere in the studios for me. And it did help, obviously, but yeah, they go above and beyond. They're fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
unreal.
do I love everyone from like head production to
Yeah.
the runners, that people that get your lunch, like everyone's beautiful, amazing, just wonderful, good vibes. Like even I think it was like Tom, like sometimes I'll be so bad, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot my water bottle. And he's like, don't worry, I'll get it for you. Like just amazing.
I started to feel really ill. It was when Taylor was ill.
Mm.
I've caught after Taylor was ill, everyone got ill.
Oh, really?
Really bad. And I was literally standing there, and obviously you got the lights on you, and my head was literally pounding, and I was like panicking, like I'm gonna get really, really ill. And they went out and got me cold and flu tablets.
see,
And it
yeah,
was like,
that's
be
all.
fine, you'll be fine, don't worry.
Harsha was my
Fantastic.
favourite. She was amazing.
Oh,
she was unreal.
Harsha was not harsh. She was amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, she's a lovely. All of them are lovely, man.
Yeah, they
All of them. Okay, guys, we're gonna switch it up. Let's see how much time we've got left. Let's see. Okay, we got a cool 15 minutes.
Ooh.
So I want to speak to Hayden, my darling,
Yes.
about your game, my darling.
Yes.
Just speak to us a bit about your game. So just recap, just how you was feeling when the box was revealed, your emotions.
Yeah.
Just talk us through that.
So before my game, I think I said it on the show at some point, when the names are rolling around and if you've obviously in the chosen 4 or 5, whatever it was, my heart would race, even though I kind of thought it maybe not be me, but it still raced. But when it got called, I was the calmest I've ever been. And obviously walking up, I love my little strut to the middle of the studio. But just looking at everyone, it was so overwhelming because you just see everything from a different light.
Yeah.
Like I'm stood at the end of that wing, so that's all I can see every time. So then being there, it's just overwhelming. And yeah, I think my game, obviously we're emotional from the get-go because a big part of me, of who I am and why I'm here today, is my dad. Before he passed and after, and I wanted to take him on this journey with me, and I wanted him to guide me. Unfortunately, he didn't guide me to the right numbers, though, did he? I think I took taking out the 100k in the first round, no issue at all. I thought that's fine, I can handle that. At least it's not going to be kind of dragged out all the game, the whole way through the game. Taking out the 75 straight after stung. Taking out the 50 not long after that really hurt because I thought, right, my game's going down the toilet here. And then I think it just started to turn. I realised I had loads of blues left.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. Why not? I think it took me about 4 offers, if I remember, to get an offer over £1,000, which some people get on the first offer.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not here to take home, a couple of £100. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but we're all there to hopefully win as much as we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me it was let's play, let's go all the way. And I got to my highest offer ever, and it was, I think, just over £7,000. And in my mind, I'm thinking deal, because your game's not gone the way it's gone. However, my streak of reds convinced me in my head that I had £25,000 in my box, because that was my only red left. So it made sense for me to take that risk and that gamble, and I did. And unfortunately, it didn't pay out. It didn't work, but you know what? Overall, the experience was fantastic.
Yeah.
My prize is obviously you guys and everyone else. The feedback from the fans of Deal or No Deal has been overwhelming. It's been so positive. The negative, yeah, that can go to one side. I listen to that, but the positive stuff, it's been fantastic, and that is my prize. Just the feedback from the traveling community, the LGBTQ plus community, and yeah, I've absolutely loved it.
No, I love that for you. And as I said before, I said it to you before, like not everyone has the balls to go for it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you never went for it, you would never know.
That's it.
And sometimes, like in life, it's about taking risks.
Yeah.
And you already knew when you said no deal, there was a chance of you going home with that fiver, but you said, you know what? I'm willing to fight
Yeah.
for what I want. And I feel like if you keep that attitude in life, it's going to pay
100%.
off.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
I want to say that to the trolls that love to call people greedy, that decide to go on, because the fact of the matter is you are not in our position. Nobody gives a hoot holla hilla if you would have dealt at the 7K. Nobody cares because it's not you in this position. If it was you, do what you like. But I just feel like stop projecting onto people. Stop. I hate this label of greedy. Oh, they're greedy because they didn't deal. Oh, they're stupid because they decided to go on or they dealt too early. At the end of the day, you can't win with these people.
No.
So you just need to, as a contestant, follow your heart and play your game the way that you want to play it. And I feel like that's what you did.
I did.
So
Yeah.
you should hold your head up high, because
it's-
then now
yeah.
you can just, you don't have to have any regrets because you've done it.
And I don't have any regrets at all. You know, if I went back and played it again, I'd play it the exact same way, keep the exact same numbers and choose. You know, I had, I did channel my dad and try to guide him. Obviously, I'd mentioned before I do spiritualism, and if you actually remember, he took me to the right numbers, just the wrong order.
Yeah.
I went from top to bottom, and then I went from bottom to top.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I went
yeah.
1p, 10p, 100k, 75. So he was doing the right thing. He just did it in the wrong bloody order. Bless
him.
But you know what? No, thank you. I honestly, that means the world. And yes, I will hold my head up high.
Yeah, baby.
And to be honest, you are probably, from what I see, you're one of the fan favorites of the whole series.
100%.
You are.
Honey, you've got fans.
No, seriously,
duh.
no, I'm being so serious. you are proper loved.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Gonna
for
cry.
You. Oh gosh, don't get him started, guys.
Someone's taken annual leave to watch your game.
No,
babe.
bless him.
That
Oh
was
yeah, I saw that.
That honestly.
No, let's give him a special shout out. What's his name?
Shazad Ali.
Shazad Ali. Let's shout him out.
Shazad
Woo,
Ali.
woo, woo! Because he's a real supporter.
Yeah.
He is.
Super fan.
And and bless his heart, man.
That is
Yeah.
sweet.
Bless him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
is
is
sweet.
sweet.
I love it, honestly. The feedback, like I said, the comments, everything from the fans. And it's the rooting for everyone. It's these kind of people that we need to listen to,
Yeah.
not the trolls. You
Yeah.
know, they're the ones that are watching the show and supporting us guys. So.
100%. And how did you feel about your game, Elia?
So, my game was very fun. I had the most funnest time. I really enjoyed making it all sciencey. You know, that's who I am. That's what I do for a career. I'm a bit gutted I didn't listen to my book at the end, because in my book, if you remember, I put NayNay and Taylor danger zone.
Yeah.
Only because you and Taylor carried high reds through every single game, and I thought that's going to be the case in my game. You pulled through with a blue.
I did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Taylor took out the 50k for my game. But again, like at the end of the day, I still feel like I dealt a good amount considering where my game was at, and I'm really grateful. And like I said, the biggest win is what the banker couldn't give us, which is you guys.
Exactly.
So I am really grateful. But I did want to ask you two, what was it like from your perspective?
What do you mean?
Like watching me, because I feel like I made a bit of an idiot of myself.
No, do you know what? Yeah, it's weird because like he sort of goes to you, right, what's your strategy?
Yeah.
And mine was awful. I said, oh yeah, negative numbers, and then I picked an even one, and I thought, oh mate, I've proper screwed myself here. But you stuck to your thing,
Right.
and it was unique, and it was you.
Right.
And I don't think anyone, like, could you imagine if I went up there with like a science thing? People like, who's this bird?
Yeah.
She knows nothing about science.
Yeah.
But it's you, and it's uniquely you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just fit perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
One
so.
thing I would say about your game, it was definitely unique.
Yeah.
We're not going to forget that science
Yeah.
business.
Mm.
But it was fun as well, though. It was fun. You probably are going to get people moaning, "Oh, just get on with it."
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
says,
yeah.
"Oh, it can be done in 20 minutes." Yeah, we know it can be, but it's just not going to be the same vibe.
Teaching you some
and,
science.
and literally just go to the next channel, babe.
Yeah.
Seriously. But for me, I feel like your game was fun and you was authentic to yourself. And I just love anyone who's authentic to themselves. Like, even if it's like you might not be used to that person or used to how they are, I just want you to be authentically you, because I just feel like in this world, there's too many people trying to copy and paste, trying to be like each other. Just be you, because everyone's original, everyone's unique, everyone has their purpose. So just be you and hold your head high and be confident in yourself and love yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Amen.
100%.
But yeah.
Amen.
Amen, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about your game? Obviously, you can't
No.
say too much because it's but Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to sound like whatever, but it'll be a good one to watch because I think it's gonna be like an edge of your seat kind of game because Jesus, I was on the edge of mine. But I think I'd stay true to myself, like you just said. Like I after watching your game and after Chris and certain people, Mark's game, I kind of got in this mindset of, you know, I'm not gonna take it. Like I know I'm worth more than that, and it's not about greed. It's not about. I think in my head I was just like, at the end of the day, if I don't come here and have it out with a banker, what am I doing? Like play the game. But I'm looking forward to watching it. But it's just so weird, isn't it? Because you're like, you remember little clippings of it.
Yeah.
And I remember all the cringy ones, and I'm like, oh my
That's
god, I'm
what
gonna get
that's
absolutely
what I'm
rinsed.
like, and it's like, what?
Yeah. I remember saying something along the lines of, oh, he's just another man I've got to manage because of my job. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to absolutely get rinsed. But it'll be funny, innit?
Yeah.
It
Like,
will. I can't wait to watch it.
I know, I love your personality, so I
Yeah.
think it's just going to be lit. And obviously you told me like the highlights of your game, so I know that it's going to be off the edge of my seat. So I just can't wait to see it. Like I can't wait to see all the games that have happened since I've left.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's some banging games like
They're
coming
gonna be
up.
so good. You can't wait.
I'm so excited.
I do just want to say though, right? The game, how it works is you go in and you know it's a game and you know you're prepared for what's coming. You watch it 3 times a day, every day. But it's like for some of us that come from no money, some of us that, you know, are working so hard just to pay ends meet. When we get up there, it's so weird because it strips you down from all your filters and it puts these visions in your head in the sense of like, wow, I have an opportunity right now. Say I do win that 100K, my life has changed. Whereas I know some people go on the show and they're okay, they're safe at home. Like if they don't win 100K, they're going to go back home, live their lavish lives, whatever. And I feel like it does take a toll on your mentality. And I think that's why most people break down as well. And then you see people saying, oh, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You don't know what that person's got going on. And this is one opportunity that might never come up again.
Yeah.
So I do want to say it does take a toll on your head.
I think it does. It affects everyone's mental health.
Yeah.
Like I said to you after your game, everyone is sort of going, oh, anyone can do anything. And you watch certain games and it tanks and you're just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What do you do? Like when you're sat there, the banker's rang and he's like, right, 2K. Like if someone walked up to you on the street and gave you $2,000, you'd be buzzing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Literally.
Your mind just plays tricks on you.
Do you ever have the feeling of like you're disappointed the people around you?
100%.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that.
Yeah, 100%.
But I don't understand why. Tell me about it. Like why
So
do you
mine was me and Dave and the dog at home, but like my partner has got spinal issues, so he's been off work for 4 years, I think. So for me to take time out when he's in agony, do you know what I mean? Like he's having to take the dog twice a day, he's having to do everything by himself, and I'm taking that time out to try and, all right, it's a risk and it's a gamble, but I want to go home to something substantial, so it's been worth my time.
Absolutely.
I don't want to go home and sort of go, sorry, babe, like, it's a tenner. Or, like, do you know what I mean? I'm part of the 1B club, woo!
Yeah.
I think for me, it was just, I added that pressure onto myself.
Yeah.
Whereas he, on the other end, is going, wherever in it, just have fun.
Yeah.
But inside, I'm going, oh, Jesus Christ, it better be something good. Like, you kind of put all that pressure into yourself. And I'm sure all of us felt like
So
that.
did you feel that during your game though? Did you have pressure when you during your game?
I remember saying it to my mum. I just don't want to let Dave down.
Oh baby.
I know. Everyone's gonna watch that like gay.
No, it's completely understandable because I felt the same. Because I took the 50K like nearly to like round 4 or 5, and all I can, because my dad's disabled and like my mum's unable to work, so like literally I'm the one that provides for the family.
Yeah.
And up until I had the 50K, I was thinking of all these different visions of like, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna move my mum and dad abroad, gonna get them in a bungalow, nice lavish life, whatever. And then once that 50K hit, I was like, wow, like, I've just lost the opportunity of making my mum and dad feel nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
Forget me, like I'll be fine, I'm young, I'll live for a few years, I can make ends meet, but it's more for them that I was doing it, and it did take a toll on my health.
100%.
Do you know what? I 100% hear that, but do you know, for me, I said to myself that the only thing that I want in my game is to have fun.
Yeah.
So my strategy before my game was I prayed and I was like, God, whatever you want me to go home with, let me pick. So then I don't have to stress about anything else. I don't have to stress about writing numbers, because my plan was always to go in and not have a number strategy. But then I think it was after Alana's game, Sammy pulled me aside and said, Nay, you need to have numbers down. Like, you don't want to get like lost.
Yeah, of course.
And I thought about it, and I did start writing numbers. And then the day of my game, I said, you know what, now I'm trusting God, because that's basically going to defeat the purpose. And I just went without any numbers, and I just went with my gut. And I honestly, I'm not lying, guys, I had so much fun during my game, and I'm so grateful for that, because as we said, we can't actually remember how our game went, but you remember how you feel during your game. And I was just happy. I was just like bursting with just excitement. I was just like, is this real? Is this real? I was literally like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, it was insane.
It was your giggle every time you opened a box.
Was I
honestly, mate, every single time, and you just.
I know that giggle. That's an iconic.
It was brilliant.
Gonna slate me.
No, definitely not, because it was so cute.
It is a cute giggle. It's like, it's the funner.
It wasn't like mine.
Oh my gosh. No, I love you guys so much. When is our next reunion's in March?
Yes.
It is
North.
actually.
Oh god.
We're going up north.
Yeah.
I might have to take a range.
But we need to I know, literally we need to
We need to meet in the middle.
yeah, like, no, but to be fair, the last one was in London.
Yeah.
That was so fun. I organised that one, guys. Our
Yes.
last reunion, we went to we went for bowling. We went for dinner first. This beautiful Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It had some lovely cocktails, lovely food. Then we went bowling, karaoke, and then just like
Well, some of us
parties.
stayed over as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
you
got an
guys
Airbnb.
did,
The
yeah.
ones that are not from London got an
Yeah,
Airbnb.
yeah, and it was really fun.
It was amazing. I
Yeah.
loved every minute. Yeah.
Georgia got
Yeah.
smashed.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
she
did
did.
the split.
Oh my god. Oh my
Go on,
god.
girl.
You missed it at the end. So I had to take Georgia home early, right? Because like it was just too
No,
much. She couldn't even
God.
walk at this
No,
point.
we was in we finished our karaoke thing, whatever. No, we was waiting for our karaoke thing, and she went and hijacked like someone else's karaoke thing. She just
Yeah,
she
she
went in
did.
their room and she took the mic and started singing, and they were like looking around like, who's this girl? And I'm like, I'm sorry guys, and I had to drag her out. I love Georgia. She is so funny. She was supposed to be here today, guys, but she couldn't make it. But we'll get her on another time. But honestly, she got so smashed.
That's brilliant.
It was dead funny, yeah.
Oh, it was so fun. How was the Airbnb for you guys?
Yeah, it was good. So we did a few pre's before, we met you guys. And then
Yeah.
we went for food, came back. Me, Alex, Georgia and Harry came back early. Because them guys had to leave early in the morning. I think Harry's train was like 6 in the morning or something. He had
my
football.
gosh.
Yeah.
So then we got back. Georgia just passed out in the living room. Obviously, I put the blanket on and turned the lights off, got Harry away. And then, yeah, that was it really. And then we all just had a really deep 3 a.m. morning conversation,
Yeah.
especially me, Hayden and Gemma. Had a little
sweet.
deep talk.
Yeah, we did. We had a proper heart to heart. Oh, I love that. I was obviously very fresh, let's just say that. And but no, I love that. I think that's when like we bonded even
Yeah,
more.
we
and
bonded a
I'll
lot that
cherish
night. We
But,
really did.
yeah, me and Gemma just stumbling in.
Hun.
Me, Gemma and Sam. Hun.
Hun.
Gem.
Hun.
Hun. I
Hun.
love my Jeff.
Oh my god, she was in my audition as well.
Oh,
Was
she?
she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she
Wow.
was. We was creasing because it was Tracy.
Oh,
Do you remember Tracy?
I know this story. Go on, tell
She-
it. It's so funny. It's so funny.
So in the audition, they make you tell you what your mementos are and stuff like that. And yeah, so we do our mementos, and so we're all going around like, this is my thing to ring. And she was like, well, I got my dad's ashes, and it's in like a takeaway container pot.
Real ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was like, oh, and he spilled out on the train, so some of him's on the way to like
Heathrow Airport. She said half of him's on way to Heathrow.
Who said that?
Tracy.
Her dad's ashes.
Yeah, she spilled the actual.
On the way.
on
Yeah.
the
In
way.
a takeaway box.
Yeah, it was in like a takeaway, like for a sauce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then so like half of him had spilled out, and she was like, and half of him's under my fingernails.
Oh my god.
Dying. Honestly, it was the
Oh
funniest
my
thing I'd ever
god. And this
seen.
was Tracer.
Yeah.
Oh, I never met her. Oh, no
Mate,
way.
honestly, I had
She was
tears.
funny.
Me and Georgia were
Hilarious.
gone.
Oh my god.
It was brilliant.
At least her dad's ashes are having the time of his life, eh?
Yeah.
Traveling.
I was just chilling. TFL. Woo.
Oh,
It was so funny, man.
international.
The thing is, though, he's probably in someone's shoes, so he might have gone abroad. You know what I mean? You never know.
Very true.
Right, guys, we are wrapping up. How fast did that go?
Oh,
Yeah,
too
But
really
I
good.
want us to just go round and just say one takeaway that, just one takeaway from the show and the experience that you'll never forget.
Can you go to Elia first?
Yes, we'll
Come on,
start
then
with
we'll
you
start
this
from
time.
me. So one thing I took was you should always be grateful for everything you have. And if you expect to get something at a certain time and you're not going to get it, then life's going to treat you a different way. So be grateful, live your life, and just have fun.
Yeah.
Amen.
Go on, Hayden, baby.
I'd say stay proud to yourself and true to yourself. Always stick to your guns. Follow your own heart. And don't let no one ever bring you down. Always keep that head up high.
Absolutely. I love it.
Amen.
I think for me, it would always be trust your gut.
Mm.
Your gut is always going to be right. Follow your heart and open up to more people.
Yeah,
I
Think.
love that.
yeah,
I love that.
Let more
I like
people
that.
in.
definitely.
They're going to be at the thing, twats, clapping after everything.
Mash it up.
My takeaway is to always in life back yourself, believe in yourself, and just go after your dreams and wants, and never ever ever settle. The world is genuinely and truly your oyster. Your product of your environment doesn't dictate where you're going to go in life. Like, you can break generational curses and just believe in yourself. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having